Hello, Rebel Nerds. This is Steve from Rebel Nerd Radio. Of course, you know that if you are watching this. So, I am kind of reigniting this comic cuts thing that we used to do a long time ago. Did a few episodes. Basically, they were comic book reviews. Like I said, just did a few of them, then just quit doing them. Had other things going on and didn't get around to any. But I am going to give a shot at doing this again. Usually I did this with co-hosts, but I'm going to try to do this by myself, which is going to be challenging because I hate recording things by myself because I feel like I'm just talking to myself. Anyway, so we're revamping this. Not really revamping, just kind of relaunching Comic Cuts with review. Today, I will be reviewing Avengers number 36, as you can see here. Let's see. So, Avengers number 36, which legacy numbering, if you're into that sort of thing, is number 802. Number 36 is the end of the Jed MacKay Avengers run, as far as we know. I enjoyed Jed MacKay's run. It was a good run. I enjoyed Jed MacKay's writing in general. He's also writing the X-Men, the current X-Men run. I'm really liking that one. So before we get into the review itself, which is going to be short, I'm not going to take up a lot of time trying to review one single comic book. First off, I just want to go over the creative team. Of course, Jed MacKay was the writer. The artwork was done by Fareed, and sorry if I butchered that name. So this photo I'm showing here is what I guess we would call the Amen cover, like the cover. I'm not really not sure what they call that. I guess it's just the standard cover. But there were some variant covers that I want to show as well. There were some really cool ones here. This one here is the Giuseppe Camuncoli cover. As you can see, it shows Spider-Man and Wolverine on this cover, which I find kind of odd because neither one of them were in this comic. So that's kind of weird. Next one I'm going to show you here is the Fareed Tommy variant cover. This was a pretty cool cover. I like this one. I've got Kane up there in the top. Is that? I'm not sure if that's supposed to be Tony. I assume that's supposed to be Tony Stark over to the left of Carol. First, I thought it was King, but then King's right here. So I don't know. I feel like this is a pretty good variant cover as well. And then there's the Pete Woods variant cover, which is just Kang. Kang does show up in this issue. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Next one is the Carlos Fabian variant. This one is pretty cool. Not really my favorite. I'm going to show you my favorite here in a minute. But this one is good. Shows the whole team, So that one's cool. Let's see. Am I missing any other before I go? Okay, so this one here is actually my favorite. This is the Corey Smith variant cover. It is my favorite because it's got Dr. Doom on it. Dr. Doom has absolutely nothing to do with this issue, but I like Dr. Doom, so I like this cover. Pretty cool. Anyway, so jumping into our little review here, like I said, this was Jed MacKay's last issue on the run, as far as we know, because coming up here, we've got the Avengers Armageddon event happening, which is being headed up, I guess. I guess the showrunner for that one is going to be Chip Zdarsky, so that should be pretty interesting. I like his work. I think this is a good end for Jed MacKay's run. He's kind of wrapping up loose ends. This is a lot more like an epilogue to what's been going on. Basically, after defeating Kang, who was posing as Meridian, basically trying to destroy life as we know it, so they could defeat him and send him to prison. Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, decides that this iteration of Avengers should be disbanded. So basically, she goes around to the other members of the team, asking how they feel about all this, about her stepping down as chairperson, about this iteration ending. And it's more kind of a character driven type thing. Then there's toward the end of the issue, there is a discussion with the ship, which is called Camelot, and also a discussion with the Twilight Court, which is a big part of this final arc of Jed MacKay's. Like I said, I think it was a good end to the run. It was more character driven. There wasn't really a lot of action. I mean, really, the most action was when we skip back to King, who is in prison, essentially getting his ass beat. And it's just, like I said, not a lot of action going on, just a really character driven. I thought it was good epilogue to MacKay's run. The artwork was really good. I got to commend Fareed on artwork, trying to do art that doesn't have a whole lot of action, and he's basically just Carol wandering around to different characters, Black Panther, Captain America, Scarlet Witch, Vision, all of them, and then ultimately Tony Stark, Iron Man, just kind of going around having discussions. Not a big action driven comic, which is fine. Doesn't always have to be that way. But yeah, it kind of ends on a cliffhanger. Tony and Carol are sitting in this room talking about her ending and who she wants to nominate as the next chairperson. And they're tabulating votes from everybody else. And then she basically says Tony and Carol say the next Avengers chairperson will be, and then it ends there. And then the final panels is Kang, jump back to the prison fight. Kang basically comes out on top of this prison fight and tells him, I am Kang the Conqueror. You can call me Master. Not really sure what this means for Kang next, but I'm sure something will come of this. But yeah, it was a good comic overall. Like I said, I enjoyed the MacKay run. Not sure who's going to be taking over Avengers after the Avengers Armageddon event, but we'll see. But anyway, that's all I have. Like I said, I don't really do solo comic book videos very often, or videos in general. So I'm just kind of figuring out how this is going to work. If you got any comments, let me know. Make sure that you subscribe, like the video if you liked it. If you want to check us out on Rebel Nerd Radio, go to bio.link/Rebel Nerd Radio. You can find us on our socials and check us out on our Discord. Come and hang out and talk with us about Star Wars, comic books, and all that stuff. But yeah, that's it. I'm not sure how often I'll do these because I really don't enjoy talking to myself. But yeah, there you have it. Comic Cuts, Avengers, number 36.